What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So today we're going to take a look and listen to Executive Director of Social Security Works. He's going to be talking about Medicare and how they're trying to, or they want to privatize Medicare. And by privatizing Medicare, you would do away with Medicare. So we're going to take a look and listen to that. First off, you guys can do me a favor. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell notification, and then click all. By clicking all, you'll get notified anytime we post a video. We do daily videos here, so by clicking the bell notification, clicking all, you should be getting updated every day. And just a reminder, thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. And if you'd like to follow me on Twitter and Threads, you can at the TEC Show Live. And just a reminder, every Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're going to be doing a live stream. So make sure you join us. We'll be talking about headline news and everything else. Okay, so we're going to listen to the Executive Director of Social Security Works. Here we go.
The Republicans' plan is to privatize Medicare using Medicare Advantage. And what the Rolling Stone article unearthed is just written in the Heritage Foundation transition document. It spells out exactly how they plan to do that. Switch so that when you become Medicare eligible, you're automatically put into a private insurance plan that you then would have to opt out of if you wanted to go into traditional Medicare, which we know, just like all the science, all the social science of opt-in and opt-out show that that's how you would kill it. That's like, it would do it. And most people wouldn't see that. You know, it doesn't sound as bad as like, you know, I'm going to rip your healthcare away from you, Tom, and make sure that, you know, an insurance company can delay and deny you needed care. But that's what it would do. Directly. So that has been exposed, and it's great that people are like shocked and outraged by it. For us who've been fighting it for so many years, it's really obvious that this is what they've always been trying to do, privatize Medicare.
Okay, so that was the Executive Director of Social Security Works. What do you think about what he's saying when it comes to Medicare? And this doesn't only apply to Medicare, it also applies to Social Security, and we'll talk a little bit about that at the end of this video. But what he is saying is when you reach the age where you can start collecting Medicare benefits, you'll be put into a private plan. And then you'll have to opt out of that plan. And most people won't opt out of the plan. And that way you will do away with Medicare, the regular Medicare, not privatized Medicare. And so this is very, very dangerous. This is the trick that they're going to try to pull in the future when it comes to Medicare. And we need to put a stop to it. How do we put a stop to it? We need to make sure these lawmakers that are in office right now understand that this is not going to happen. We're not going to have this. Now, when it comes to Social Security, they're trying to do the same thing with Social Security. You have some lawmakers, not a lot right now, but you do have some lawmakers that want to privatize Social Security. And how do they want to do that? They want to say people who are younger, let's say in their 20s and 30s, they can use this privatized Social Security system where instead of paying the 6.2% payroll contribution that you're paying now, you could pay a portion of that. And for example, if you're paying 6.2%, a 6.2% contribution, they'll take 3% of that. 3% will go into a private fund where you can invest it on your own. And then the rest of it will go to the Social Security Administration to help pay benefits. But the problem in that is you're taking 3% out of the system. And so the people who are currently receiving Social Security benefits, guess what? There's less money being collected. Less money being collected means that you'll see future cuts when it comes to people who are currently receiving Social Security. And so it would do away with Social Security. We would end up with some type of a privatized system. And so that would mean major cuts for people receiving Social Security benefits right now. These are the tactics that these lawmakers are using to try to do away with, to pull Social Security and Medicare up by their roots. You have some lawmakers that have said that. Some lawmakers, their whole mission is to get rid of Social Security and Medicare.
It will be my objective to phase out Social Security, to pull it up by the roots and get rid of it. Here, here, people who advise me politically always tell me that's dangerous, and I tell them, in that case, it's not worth my running. That's why I'm doing this, to get rid of that. Medicare and Medicaid are of the same sort and need to be pulled up.
And so I can't stress this enough, especially during an election year. make sure you know who you're voting for. Make sure you know their record when it comes to Social Security and Medicare, because you put the wrong people in office and they will get their way. They will actually do some of these things that we're hearing about. And people who are baby boomers right now collecting Social Security, Gen Xers who will be collecting Social Security in 10 years or less, we're the ones that are going to be impacted the most. Because if they make this decision, which we already know how the trust fund's doing, in 10 years, the trust fund will run out of money, and that will mean a 23% cut across the board. So Congress has to do something. Something will be done in the next 10 years when it comes to Social Security. And that can impact the people who are receiving it, the baby boomers, and the Gen Xers who will be getting to that age to start collecting Social Security benefits. So it's very important that we vote for the right people. And remember this, we're talking 10 years. That's not very long. That's like 3 presidential cycles away, less than 3 presidential cycles away. And we'll be seeing a huge change when it comes to Social Security. So it's very important for us to be focused on who we are electing. And that's why on this channel, I talk a lot about different lawmakers that support a Social Security expansion, as well as some of the lawmakers that want to cut Social Security. Because we need to know. We need to know how they feel about Social Security. We need to know if they want to reform Social Security, because you do have lawmakers and you do have people running for office right now that say we don't want to cut Social Security, but they have no plan to reform Social Security. And if you don't have a plan to reform Social Security, then in essence, you're going to allow a cut to Social Security to happen. Because if you do nothing, in 10 years, we're going to see the cut. And so we want lawmakers that want to expand Social Security. They want to reform it and expand it. When I say expand, I'm talking about an increase for Social Security beneficiaries. That's what we want. We don't want a lawmaker to just merely say, oh, we're not going to cut Social Security. Okay, it's going to come to a time where cuts will automatically happen if you don't do something. And so that's not enough. So if you have lawmakers out there, you have people running for president, you have former President Trump has said that. He has indicated we're not going to cut. We're not going to touch Social Security and Medicare. Well, we know that you're going to have to do something. So what are you going to do? If you don't have a plan, then that's going to mean a cut to Social Security. And so I want to get your impact. I want to know what you guys are thinking. So let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.
This Congress can't pass gas, and he needs to run against a do-nothing Congress. And I think that can give them some traction that he did not have before. But, you know, maybe they could get Rudy Giuliani to be Speaker. We know he can pass gas for sure. But this is almost comical.